Says I'm live. Hello, everybody. This is Podunk Picker, Darcy Long. I'm the Podunk Picker, and welcome to my first live. This is my first time doing this, and I wanted to do a live video for my first time because of the 1,000 subscribers that I got at the beginning of 2025. And so I wanted to go live and talk about a subject. And one of the things I wanted to talk about, and it's been something that's been on my mind for a while, as a picker, I have different ways of sourcing, and I wanted to share some of those sourcing ideas that I have that are unusual or options for reselling, or for maybe you're looking for yourself. And so, what I wanted to do is go over a few areas where I think you can source that are not garage sales, thrift stores, because everybody knows about those, or the Goodwill bins, which I enjoy the Goodwill bins. It's a lot of fun to go there and do. Picking through the bins. It is a great amount of fun, um, and you can meet some people that are doing that. But what I want to talk about is some alternative ideas for going out and sourcing, and share them with you. And these are some that I've done, and a couple I haven't done, just because I don't have room to do that at my house. So, or my where my inventory is. So one of the areas that I love to do, and really in the Midwest, this is still something that is pretty common, is live auctions. And I think live auctions are not just a place to go and source, it's also a form of entertainment. It's also, it's pretty fun. And you get to meet people there, and you get to, it's the auctioneers usually make it fun by making jokes, or they make it entertaining for the audience and the people bidding on items. So it's a lot of fun. And here, let me show you in one of my clips. I've got several clips of auctions, and I wanted to show you some live auction clips that are pretty evident of what happens at an auction. Because I've had a lot of people contact me and say, I've never been to a real auction. We don't have them by us, and they don't have them in a lot of places. A lot of the auctions have gone online, and so let me pull up this clip here for you, and you can see this is on my channel, Podunk Picker, and you can see a little bit of this auction and what happens there. It's a lot of fun. Auctions are, and they're quite entertaining. And this one is one that's over in Cedarville. They have once a week in the summer. So yeah, this is so this they're bidding on a chainsaw in this clip, and they're found this in a shed. I guess the person did that had it, and as you can see there, they have box lots. If you look here, there's box lots. There's one of the auctioneers there, and there's another one up there on the podium, and then the audience is out there. And I usually try to sit towards the front since I'm videoing a little bit. But here you go. Here's a another item that they just sold to someone. There's the large items. There's big things, small things. There's furniture. They have cars sometimes, and boats and things like that. So there's a lot that happens at an auction. Here's another clip. This is a clip of just one item at the auction. This item here, something that I was interested in, because I have a lantern similar to this, except more aged. I don't have the box or anything, and that lantern is pretty unique. There, it's a uh, it's a dual colored lantern. So this is a Coleman. It's from the 40s, late 40s, early 50s. I have one that's about that same era, and but this one has the box. And as you can hear in the bidding, it went up to 130 bucks there. Yeah, it's going up pretty high. That lantern itself would probably go for, if you were to sell on eBay, $300-400, because it has the box and it's in excellent condition. During the preview, I looked at that, and it's just a gorgeous lantern. Pretty exciting to see something like that, um, you know, go up for auction. So auction. There's also another. There's another. Whoops, sorry about that. There's another type of auction. Let me get up here. That happens. That's not live, and that is you're bidding online. And thank you, ABC Matt, for joining the live. And thanks for the congrats on getting to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate that. So another area that I want to talk about is government auctions. Now, when I say government auctions, from my experience, mostly I would say that I'm talking about local auctions, like your city or your your township, your county. They have surplus items and they want to get rid of them. This is one company I've dealt with. There's the two companies I'm going to talk about, Public Surplus and Gov Deals. The companies when I worked in local government, I worked with them closely. We put municipal surplus items on there online, up for auction. Now, something you have to note about public auctions and that are online, they don't ship things. Once in a while they would, but unless you arrange it yourself. So if you want to buy something, let's say they had a Sony video camera that's a vintage one from the early 2000s, late 90s, and you wanted that camera, you would have to arrange shipment and send them a label. And then they might box it up. A lot of them don't want to do that. We didn't really ship anything for people, even though I had experience doing that. That's not something that we offered. So you have to go pick these items up. So you have to make sure that these items are in close proximity. Now, I can tell you from experience, the first time we put something on a municipal auction, it was a pickup truck from Public Works, and that truck sold for more than the city had paid for it used, online auction. And even after fees and everything, we still made more money than when they bought it. So that isn't always the case that the item is going to go for more than what is than the municipality bought it for. Um, so some of the things that you can get on here, you can search. This is Public Surplus. This is one I've worked with closely over the years, and you can search up here. And let me open the search bar here. Give me a second. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can there's a browse function on here to search auctions. Now, something that you just have to follow is that public auctions, you're going to have to pay attention because you won't know if your city, they don't put it out there that they have them. They might have it on their website, but they won't put it out there for you to know. You're just going to have to follow and look every day or whatever, or look every so often for auctions and trying to find when they are. And they usually go for a couple weeks. We usually did them for a couple weeks. The auction items will be up for 2 weeks. Vehicles will maybe do longer, depending if there's a holiday and whatnot, because we aren't there on the weekends, and so there's nobody there to answer questions. Now, this is having difficulty loading here for some reason. Let me go to a region. So give me a second here. I'm going to pick Michigan because I'm from Michigan. All right. So see, you got some things here that are listed. Now they may put stuff in a bulk, lots like on a pallet, and then they'll go ahead and they'll basically um, shrink wrap them for you or whatever. But you got to pick them up. Here's a part of a motor that they have listed in Washtenaw Community College. Probably was used in a classroom or whatever. Trying to find something that's more interesting than that. That's kind of boring. Um, select an agency. So you can select agencies in your state and find out which ones have auctions. Now, there's another thing that's really important too, is that you have to, that one didn't have any auctions. You have to be mindful that you have to go and pick this up when they're open. Municipalities typically are not open every day past 5 o'clock, probably. Some departments aren't past 3:30 because they're, it's public works department. So I'm trying to find a larger city here. And Norton shows me here something. I am not doing very good here, folks. Trying to find an auction to show you a good example. If I can find Ann Arbor, they would have stuff. No, we are not doing good here. Give me a second. I'm trying to. They just have all the districts that, or all the local governments that have accounts here are listed. So they may not all have any type of auction listing. They just they have an account, and so usually some of the bigger ones down in Lower Michigan, they typically have auction stuff all the time because they're such a larger organization. So let's do Lansing. They don't even have anything. Well, it was a holiday, so they probably didn't post stuff on there up for sale. So let me try one more, and then I'll go to a different site and show you from that perspective. Well, I am striking out. So we did find a few um, items that I showed you. What I want to do is show you a large quantity of stuff. So let's see if this is a bunch of network switches. It looks like it's from a school. Schools usually have computers and things like that, and those usually are either sold individually, especially if they're MacBooks. But a lot of them, they. So here you see it says bidder is responsible for any packing or loading of the item. Some cities will help you load stuff. So here they have lunch trays. Um, if you want lunch trays, you can get a lot of 275 lunch trays. I'm not sure why you'd want that many, but you could. And this is from a school district. So this is one company that I've worked with. I've also bought stuff on here. So I've purchased stuff on here. Now this is a city of Board of Light and Power in Marquette, Michigan. This is up in the UP. And so here's a heater. Looks like it's a heavy duty heater, and that's at 150 bucks. Probably not even couldn't even buy one new like that. Here's some air tools. So this kind of stuff's on there. There also is electronics and things and tires and whatnot. When I worked for a city in Wisconsin, we had somebody drive from Colorado and buy something, or Wyoming, and pick it up and take it back. So people are willing to travel for this. So if you see something that you can like maybe make money on it, maybe you want a vehicle, because vehicles are huge on these online auctions. And this is Gov Deals. I've worked with them and I've purchased stuff from them on auction, and I purchased several things. So let's say they got new listings here. This is very similar to Public Surplus. As you can see, this site is more into vehicles and things. So if you wanted to purchase a vehicle from a municipality, this is a good place to do that. If you don't want to go on Facebook Marketplace and look for a vehicle, and you think you want to buy like a used vehicle from a municipality, that might be a good idea for you. Let me tell you about some of the vehicles. Some of them, the reason they're up for auction is they're done. I mean, they're at the end of their life, and you don't really want to buy those. But some of them are well maintained. Now, in Wisconsin, they have a lot of vehicles, and Minnesota, that were abandoned, or they were part of evidence. So they don't know anything about those vehicles, but they're selling them. And so you might be able to get a good deal on those. Police vehicles, if they're used in administrative capacity, they're a great buy on here. Let me tell you that. They're a great buy. And the reason they're a great buy is that they're well maintained. Um, some municipalities have a great maintenance program, and it's a good place to find a vehicle. Let me find some things that are not vehicles. Electronics. Let's see what I'm going. There's educational equipment. I'm trying to consumer electronics. All right. So this is something that I always look for, to see if I can find anything that's a good deal. I usually look for um, I'm looking for cameras and things when I look on here. Here's some computers. If you schools, when they have schools on here, they'll sell lots and lots of computers, and some of those are in pretty good shape. Um, you know, um, Unless they took them home. Then if they took them home, they would be used more abuse to them. But here you go. Here's a whole bunch of boxes right here. Boxes of IP phones. If you can make money on that, you can the bid is $100 right now. So, and they do have increments on there of how long they go for. Here's some projectors. If you know anything about projectors, these might be a good thing for you. You could flip them online, make some money. Uh, possibly make a few bucks on those items there. So these are two nationwide. You can get, and even I think Canada is included in there. Places you can go and get surplus items. Now I'm going to show you something that's totally different, and this is if you live in the Midwest, you got to watch this site. This is a great site. This is called Wisconsin Surplus. They do some of Michigan, they do some of Illinois. I think they may even get into Iowa a little bit. This is a great place. They sell all kinds of stuff. The other two sites, they don't sell firearms or anything like that, but on here they do. And if you're interested in firearms, this is a good place to go, or equipment. One thing you got to understand a little bit is that in some states, they have a lot more money and are able to maintain the equipment better. So that's just something you have to do your research. I can tell you that a lot of municipalities, if you ask them, they'll give you some information about the vehicle if you're looking at vehicles. Um, this one has a lot of vehicles on here, as you can see here, but they also sell other stuff. So here's the sheriff's department. Um, let's see, we're going to open that window up and view their 5 items. I'm guessing their 5 items are vehicles. There's probably was a police Ram truck. Here's a Dodge. Here's some interior for a canine kennel, probably for inside the squad vehicle. Um, here's the Department of Transportation in Wisconsin, and they got a variety of items there. They got 58 items. So let me show you a little bit what they got, and you'll get an idea more of. Here's some furniture. Here's some big steel cabinets, probably for putting in blueprints and things. Here's some furniture. Looks more like office furniture. But look, 0 bids. Thing ends in 10 days. I bet you get those for nothing. Especially these chairs. So, sometimes you can get office furniture cheap if you're trying to fill an office, or you just want extra chairs at home, and, it's a good place to look there for them. A lot of chairs in this one. Keep going. They had a whole bunch of items on here. Let me find something that's not chairs. So here's a school district in Wisconsin. They got 62 items. They got a whole palette there of Chromebooks. Now, if you know anything about computers and stuff, and you can maybe flip those, you might be able to make some money if you can get the price right. Current bid is $35. You get all those, and then you can make them work. You can make some good money on those. Or if you need them, if you need a bunch of laptops like that, here's some more. Here's a Cisco telepresence system. I'm not sure what that is. Here's a lot of sound equipment. Now, I know from experience selling some of this kind of stuff, you can make money on this. So if you get it cheap enough and you live close enough, travel is a big part of that whole thing too. I mean, it's going to cost you a lot of travel time to go get them. Here's a robotic arm trainer. That's kind of cool. You would be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised, and all the interesting things. Here's a coding robot. $5. I don't know if they're worth that. But if you live close, maybe you can make some money on them if you pick them up. So these are all things that you can get at. Here you go. Here's a camera. $5. These sell for $65 to $70 on eBay. I've got one. Got that same model camera, and I was going to sell it, but I decided to let my son play with it and play around with video because it's not worth a whole lot of money. But you can make money. You get that for $5, you can make money on that. So those are municipal auctions. Now I want to talk to you about a couple other kinds of auctions. So auctions, when I talk about live auctions and online auctions, this is a site you want to check out, AuctionZip. If you're not familiar with it, you can find auctions anywhere in the United States. And I just clicked on Michigan, and they got one that's consignment estate auction in Adrian, Michigan. Now, some of these are live auctions, and those are something that you can find a lot of places in Michigan. A lot of them have gone online to do auctions, but this is one area that If you want to search anywhere in the United States, go to Auction Zip, pull it up, and you can find auctioneers. Um, this is a local auctioneer. He's in Manistee. I've never been to his auctions, but he does live auctions once a week. So if you're traveling through the UP and vacation, or if you want to go to a live auction and you don't live too far from there, this might be a place to go. They've had a whole bunch of auctions. They tend to do them on Saturdays, is what I understand. From watching them, because I almost went to their New Year's auction because they had some great stuff there, but just didn't pan out because we had family stuff going on. So that's one area. The other one that I wanted to show you, and I don't do this. I don't really do storage auctions, but I have friends that do that, and these are storage locker auctions. Part of the issue I have is some of these have a lot of stuff in them. Now, this one's in New York. I'm going to click on that one and see how much stuff is in there. Now, this is, what size is this one? They usually tell you. This is 10 by 14. It doesn't look like it's that full, but it's pretty full. And you got to have room for that. I don't have the room for that, but my friends have room for them, and they do them all the time. I do think I have a clip. Let me find it here. The clip from the storage line. This is a clip from my friends, their recent one that I went to, where they bought a storage locker. I'm ready to open the locker and reveal what's in there. There it is. That's the locker for $300. $300. So they paid $300 for this, and they made their money back very quick on this one. And it doesn't look like a lot, but there's stuff in there. Um, he made money on that. There's another egg can back there we found that was empty. The refrigerator paid for the entire locker. So you can make money doing this. I don't have the room to do that, so I have not purchased lockers. But it's a lot of fun, and I've went with them several times. The first time I went with them, they got there and the locker was empty. Um, they'd stole their stuff, the stuff that was the good stuff in there. They stole it, and it was empty. So that was an interesting moment when they get all their money back, and they made some of their cost for getting there back too, from travel and everything, and it actually paid for us to go out to dinner. So they did make back their money. But you can go on this. This is one place. It's called Storage Treasures. I'm familiar with this from my friends. They go on here and they rent lockers all the time, or buy locker auctions. And you know, they only got a little bit of time. I think they get 72 hours to clear a locker out, so they don't get much time. So they got to hurry and do it pretty fast, and or they'll have to pay storage fees and all that stuff. But this is a great way to source a lot of stuff at one time, and you got to get rid of it. You got to have outlets to get rid of it. And it might be fun just to go through it if you're interested in lockers and things like that. Something else that I want to talk about, and something that I have done, is consignments. Now I'm going to share with you a little bit about consignments and whatnot. This is another channel out there, and it's called Consignment Chats. Reason I bring them up is they have a lot of knowledge about lockers, consigning things. And what does consigning mean? So if you're going to do a consignment, somebody has an item, and they want you to sell it for them. And so you take that item and you sell it for a commission. So people come to you and have items that they want to sell. Now you need to set up rules. So one of the things that the consignment chat gals always say is that you need to have an agreement with them. Now I have done some consignment sales mostly for friends and family. Very few people have I done consignments with. And how I've done it is I do 50% after the fees. Now, in 2025, I plan to do more locker or more consignment things in the future to get more inventory. And I'm going to be specific on what I want. I don't really want to sell clothing through consignment unless they have some Coach bags or things like that. Those are pretty good things to have on your online presence in your stores. What I'm going to do is I haven't put together an agreement. I just had a verbal thing because I was doing it with friends and family. You're going to want a time frame for how long you do a consignment with somebody, and they'll tell you that if you go through some of their one of their videos that they have when talk about doing consignments. You want a time frame. You say 60 months, 90 days, And what happens to that after it's done? Usually, the consigner waves that thing. Basically, the person who's selling it for them gets to keep it, and they usually either donate it or they sell it off real cheap just to get rid of it. And so, what you also need to do in these rules or this agreement you want to have, I call it a contract. From working in local government, I always call them contracts, but it's an agreement with the consigner. You want to set up boundaries too, because they're going to go and just drop stuff off, want to drop things off, and you don't want that, because they're going to drop off things that I would consider garage sale fodder, and you don't want that stuff at all. You don't want anything to do with that. It's not something that you want people just to drop off. You want stuff that is going to be higher value, and stuff that you're knowledgeable with. So for me, I'm thinking about saying I want to do like cameras, electronic stuff, housewares, things like that, antiques, vintage items, maybe some clothing. Now they got a whole bunch of Carhartt that's vintage. I would definitely do that, because Carhartt, I have had very good luck with Carhartt stuff. So check out Consignment Chats, and you can learn a little more about consigning. They have some great information. They really, this is how they do their reselling. They get consignments, and that's how they do all their, for the most part, how they source. And it's a great way to source. Another thing that I'm going to bring up is free stuff. So you have items that are you get for free. So the first thing I would say is find stuff in your home that you want to sell. Clothing doesn't fit you anymore. Stuff that you should have took back to the store but you didn't, that still has tags on it. Sell that stuff first. Sell things you don't use anymore. That would be the first thing when you talk about free stuff. Now, you also only get free stuff from friends and family. You know, not too long ago, my sister gave me a bag of clothes. Now, a lot of them were size small, not the best size to have, but I did list some of them, and I made a little bit of money on it. And the rest I donated. So so there, that's one thing that you really can take advantage of, because people have stuff they just want to get rid of it. They want a garage sale. They don't want to deal with it. They just want it gone. Um, this is a little more controversial for a lot of people. So one thing I'm going to throw up here is that you as the person looking for things, you can be um, you can go out and find stuff that people threw in the trash. Now, that's not for everybody. If you're a picker and you see something along the road, that's not for everybody, and that's a special kind of person. Now, I have done that for years. There's citywide cleanup that's out there, and they notice it in the paper or online or our website. There's one community that I've gone to 2 years in a row. People put it on the calendar. They show up. They show up every year, and they make a big deal out of it. I ran across a gentleman who had a full pickup truck and a two-axle trailer of stuff that he found that people threw out, furniture, all kinds of stuff. Um, and so that's a big deal. I mean, you get free inventory. Yes, it's somewhat dirty and you find some really nasty stuff, but for the most part, people will throw stuff out. I have a few things here I wanted to show. One of them is kind of interesting. That's not really, you would say, really, they threw that out? This is a large Alexa device, and we reset it, and it works fine. We kept it. Now, I could sold this. I made 50, 60 bucks, whatever. I got it for free, but this was thrown in the garbage. Somebody threw that in the garbage, and I picked it up, and we reset it, and now use it in our home. Some interesting things also can be thrown out. I don't know how well this is going to show up on the screen, but this is, it doesn't have any information on it, but this is solid ivory. So this is, and this little monkey comes out of here. He sits in here, but it's all monkeys and African animals on here and whatnot. And this was found in a box, a bin actually. They put bins out, and this was in that bin. Now, why haven't I sold this? Well, there is restrictions on selling ivory-made goods unless you have evidence of when it was produced. and when it came in the United States. I don't have that, so I'm just going to keep it here on my desk, and it's a pretty cool conversation piece. And so I won't sell it. I won't sell it. But with this also came a bunch of other stuff. There was other things in there, antiques. This right here, this is a little Japanese. I don't know if it's called a vase. At first, I thought it was an urn, but this was in. There were two of these in there, and they're wrapped up real nice, and they're made in Japan, hand painted. I have not sold them yet. I don't know what I want to do with them. I've had these for a while, and I got a couple things like this in there. Also, with this, when I went to this one house, this kind of stuff was in there. I crammed it into the car as much as I could. There was lots of ephemera, vintage stuff. There was a lot of aircraft histories for female aircraft pilots here in Michigan. Some really neat stuff, and I made a ton of money off the stuff that people threw out. In there were two vintage Swiss music boxes. Sold those for $180 a piece. They were thrown away. And so somebody must have passed away, and that was part of their estate. I have another Alexa device here that also was with the other one. This one works fine. We haven't set it up to use. It's better than the ones we have, the other ones we have. But somebody threw that out, and it works fine. It's crazy what people throw out. And so if you are open to that, that's something that you might want to do. Another thing that you might want to try is dumpster diving and going out and finding stuff. Now, that's not for everybody. I get most of my boxes going through the dumpsters, but I've also found over the years brand new stuff. Big Lots, I found one time brand new in the box were these little cabinets with drawers. They were solid wood, never been opened. I think I sold those for $55 a piece on eBay plus shipping. They sold fast, and they threw them out. That's crazy. Um, so those are places you can look. They're not typical things to for people to go out and do. Dumpster diving has its negatives. You're going to get yelled at by an employee, and they're going to tell you to leave. You might have the police stop by. There might be, animals in the dumpster. Sometimes raccoons are in there. So there are some hazards, and you got to be willing to even try to do that. I have a little claw thing that I can pull stuff out and a hook. But I usually do that when I'm going to get boxes. I'll look in the dumpster next to it and see if there's anything in there. I found lots of tools, at Harbor Freight. They throw lots of tools out, and just because somebody returns it, they throw it out. Because people return things they use once, and then it gets tossed out by a Harbor Freight. Um, Another area I wanted to throw out to you is Facebook Marketplace. Go out there and source. Look on there. Look for stuff that people have undervalued, have low prices on. Buy it and flip it yourself. I've done that. I've gotten free things off Facebook Marketplace and flipped those. And why not? Sometimes they're on there a long time, and you're the only one that responds to them. So another thing that I think is really important is to garage sale leftovers. Go make a business card, hand it to them, and if there's anything left at the end, come and get it all. Now, you're going to have to go take it to the thrift store or someplace to donate it, the stuff you don't want. But a lot of times there's things left there because the people who, had the garage sale, it was overpriced. And they had it too high of a value. Um, and sometimes you got to give them a little bit of money for it, but they don't care. They want it gone. A lot of times they just want it gone, and you can take opportunities for that because I've been by garage sales after they've happened here in where I live now, and all the stuff's on the side of the road. They threw it out after the sale. Didn't even donate it. So that happens a lot in communities. So that's another area to think about. Make relationships with estate companies. Make relationships with them. Go out to estate companies. Get to know the people who run them. They'll kind of understand your niche, and maybe you can get some, stuff that they don't deal with when it's left over, and that you could purchase from them at a low cost and flip yourself. So those are just things. We've also seen that happen a lot, where there's people they know, they're over there talking to them in the corner about another estate sale coming up, that they have something that they're into, and they get them a deal before the estate happens. It's part of the process. Um, So the other thing that's more of like an American Pickers thing, I'm going to do this in 2025. I've not done it before. I've been talking about it. Is going down a country road and go down that country road, and you see a bunch of junk, cold call basically. Go in there, ask them, do you want to sell anything? Can I look around? I found a few things on Facebook Marketplace. Not that I'm going to go buy a Studebaker, a 54 Studebaker, but in the photograph was all kinds of junk around it. And I want to, go there and videotape the car because it's a time capsule in this building. There's two other ones in there, but there was also other stuff in there, and so they apparently want to clean them out and get rid of them. I'm going to reach out to them and see if they want somebody to come in to look at them and get information about them and maybe do a video. It'd be fun. Now, maybe it'll help them sell it. I don't know. I'm not buying it, but it'd be fun to go do that. So that's kind of like an American Pickers type thing where it's just cold call, boom, you go on somebody's house and ask them. And that takes a certain person to do that. You got to have some panache there and be able to just talk to somebody who you don't even know, and you just cold call, kind of cold sale. So the final thing that we want to do in this live is I want to give away the $100 gift card, and that give away that eBay gift card to one of the subscribers. So this is a new thing for me, so give me some patience here as I pull this up and try to find my page here so I can do the drawing here. And let's see what I can. All right, that's not it there. Give me a second. Be patient with me here. I'm trying to find the correct place to do the drawing using a program that I've not used before, and trying to do this for the first time using this program. So I don't know if it'll do. It said it will do it live. So let's see. All right, it's not showing up. Now I'm worried. So it's live videos, but it's not doing it. Give me a second here. I got to find out where I go and do that. It showed in other videos. In other videos, the link to do the drawing, but it's not showing it up here on my. Oh, there it is. Is that it? No, it's not showing up here. Give me a second here, and oh, tools. Here we go. That's not helpful. Well, my first live, and I can't do the giveaway. Here we go. Milestones, website tools, community. Nope, don't want that. Sorry about this, folks. I thought it was going to be simple to do the giveaway, and it seems that it isn't as simple as I anticipated because it's not showing up on my videos like it's supposed to. It shows up on some of the videos. I'm going to do one more thing and see if that helps to find out how to do the giveaway. Sorry about that. There it is. I found it. All right. So now we're going to do this pick a winner for the giveaway. Now it won't let me do it. It says the video requires comments. What? Well, this is a big fail, folks. All right, I am not sure. It says we need comments, but there are comments. Let me look here. Well, I don't know if we'll be able to do the live giveaway because my program won't let me. That I've selected. This is I'm using a tool, um, TubeBuddy. It said that it would allow you to do live giveaways, and that's not seeming to work like I thought it would because it says it won't let me do it. So what I may have to do, because my program I used here try to do this giveaway isn't allowing me to do it. Let me see if I can find another place to do it. Well, if I can't figure out how to do it, I'm going to put I will do the drawing after the video, and I will put the winner in the description uh, or in the comments. So I said this is the first time when you do a first thing like this alive. Sometimes you have mishaps, and today we are having a mishap, and I'm sorry, it's all my fault. So um, part of doing stuff live, you know, and I will try it again. Won't let me do it. All right, let me try one more thing, and if I can't do the drawing, I will do it after the video and post it in the description or the comments. Maybe the only way to do it. I wanted to do it live. There isn't a real good solution other than do that. So we may not know till later who the winner is of the gift card, $100 gift card. Sorry, I'm looking for another program that I have here that might allow me to do that. And I don't know if that's on here either. Well, I'm not going to make everybody sit here and watch me try to figure out how to do this drawing. So we'll do the drawing afterwards. I thank you all for um, that you who have watched this video, this live, and hopefully you had some good information that was provided, and hopefully we can do this again with a little more improvements in doing lives. I would hope to do maybe in the future do maybe some interviews with some people and doing it live. So thank you all for being here and being a part of this first time live. I will post the winner in the description or the comments, and hopefully we can get that done today, this evening. So thank you for being a part of this, and you have a nice evening, and hopefully we can do this again soon. And also, please like and subscribe if you haven't been part of this Podunk Picker before. Also, check out my videos. I got a lot of videos on there. I got shorts, I got long form, and check them out. Make some comments and be a part of this. Thank you.